All right. So good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I know it's been a while. It's been super busy since my break ended and went back to teaching, and it's just it's been super busy. So I haven't had a ton of time to get back on here, but I am so happy to be here. Today is a special day. As I've mentioned in the past, well, first of all, my name is Dawn. I live here in Rhode Island, and I ride a 2022 Vespa Sprint 150 Racing 60s edition in white. And I know I've mentioned in the past that I run a Vespa Club here in Rhode Island, and I am so excited. Today is our first official meetup and ride of the year, so I am looking forward to this immensely. It is a beautiful day here in Rhode Island. It is Saturday morning. It is about 8:40 in the morning, and it's already like creeping up to almost 50 degrees. I think it's supposed to get up into the 60s today. So it is going to be a fantastic day for a ride. Today's ride, I will be taking us actually on the same route that I had taken the group on back in October for our final ride of the year, because it was a really great route, and folks really seemed to like that route. So I'm going to run that route again with a little bit of modification. We're starting out at the Beef Barn in North Smithfield. I really wanted to go there again to show that to y'all. It's going to be early, so we won't be able to really go in and get anything to eat there, though they do have a coffee shop there that does have some great coffees, teas, pastries, all that stuff. So I will highly recommend that. I'll show that to you when we get there. But the Beef Barn itself, the restaurant that it's attached to, is a really great restaurant. It's actually one of my husband's favorite restaurants. They make these roast beef sandwiches that he absolutely loves. I'm not a huge fan, but he loves them. Usually when I go, I might get like a grilled cheese or hot dog or something. But he loves their roast beef sandwiches. They cut it right there and dip it, and he just adores it. So highly recommend it if you are able to get to that area of Rhode Island to stop at the Beef Barn. It has a giant parking lot, so if you have a group that you want to take with bikes, it's a really great place to meet up, either at the start of a ride or the end of a ride, or do a circuit and start and end there. Why not? So I definitely recommend that. But we're going to head that way first. That's where we're going to start our ride. And then we're going to head through some of the back roads of I think it's Gloucester, the Gloucester area, Burrville, that region of northern Rhode Island. And then we're going to head down 102, which we've been on before, and we're going to stop at that little cafe. I can't recall the name of it at the moment, but it's the one that I've stopped at a couple of times to get something to eat or drink. Definitely another great place to go. They've just reopened their ice cream window. So if you wanted to bring a group and get some ice cream, you could do that, or you could grab something to eat. They have really great sandwiches and foods and pastries again. So certainly a place that I can recommend to you, and you'll see that. I think it's the Groundwater Cafe, I believe. And I believe it's in maybe North Scituate, Rhode Island, I believe. But it's a really great place. So we're going to stop there, and that's where we're going to make our first stop, and where if anyone wants to get anything to eat or drink, they can do that. And then we're going to head from there back down, continue down 102, cut across Route 12, up on 116, and we're going to end the ride at Knight's Farm, which is a really cute breakfast place that's only open on Saturdays and Sundays. And it's a place that we've had a couple of meetups at with my group. So they have really decent breakfast there. I usually get a breakfast sandwich when I'm there. But other folks seem to enjoy their French toast and oatmeal and all of the other food that they have there. So another place that I would certainly recommend, as I have been there previously. And that's actually where I'm going to leave my group. I do have some errands to run. As you know, I am a photographer as well as a teacher. So I actually have a backdrop, a cloth backdrop that I had borrowed from a photographer friend of mine for a family session a while back, and I'm going to be having to drop that off to her today. I'm going to be literally right around the corner from where she lives, so it'll make it convenient for me to get to her and return that. And then have a couple more errands to run, because today's another big day back at home. My mother-in-law, who we live with here in Rhode Island, she also lives in Florida during the colder months, and she will be returning to us today. So we want to, get everything looking good. I mean, the house looks great already, but you know how you like to just spiff things up a little bit. So we'll do that. So that way, when she comes home, she can just enjoy, just come home and relax. There's nothing for her to have to worry about when she returns. So really looking forward to her coming back. I actually have not seen her since she went down to Florida in October. I was supposed to go down for the Christmas holidays, but unfortunately I got sick like the last week of school before break, and I could not travel. I had such a head cold that it was just not possible for me to travel unless I wanted to sit on a plane in excruciating pain. So I have not seen her in a while, so it'll be very nice to see her again after a long absence, and to kind of see how she's doing, what she's been up to while in Florida. I know she's been doing a little bit of traveling herself down there, so it'll be just nice to catch up finally. And I know she's excited to come home. We have 2 kitties here at home that she loves, and that they've kind of taken over her her area, and I don't know if they're going to be happy to see her home, or if they're going to be a little mad that the lady whose bed they've been sleeping in is now home and they're going to move. So we shall see. But no, so it's really going to be a very busy, eventful day today. But I wanted to just pop in to kind of let you know what's going to go down today. I have a really great group that's part of my club. We have about, I think, 20 to 30 members of our Facebook group. Usually when we have our meetups, you can expect to see maybe between like 6 and 8 riders usually. I think maybe 8 or 9 was the most we've ever had on a ride. So it'll be nice to see what we end up with today. I think we may have maybe 5 or 6 of us today. I know a few folks are out of town or have other engagements, so they won't be able to join us, but I am pretty confident that we'll have a decent group coming out, and I'm excited to see everyone. I haven't seen them since October either, but we do keep up with each other in our Facebook group. So if you do own a Vespa or even another type of scooter in the Rhode Island area, and you're looking for a group of folks to be able to meet up with and ride with, you can join my group. I will leave the link to our Facebook group down below. Please make sure you answer the questions so that I know that you're legit and not just someone who found this link through YouTube and is looking to spam up our group. So make sure you're answering the questions. I do not admit folks who do not answer the questions, and you won't be admitted if you're not actually a rider from this area, unless you have another reason for joining, like you maybe travel to this area often, and you're looking to meet up with us. That's fine too. But I'm pretty strict with who I let into our Facebook group, because I don't want it to become another job that I have to do in moderating the group and getting rid of spammers. So please be sure you answer the questions. The only suggestion that I have, is, or maybe just something to throw out there is, be sure you have like at least a 150cc group if you're thinking of coming on a 150cc bike. If you're thinking of coming on any of our rides, as we need to be sure that we're kind of staying with the speed limits. And a few of our routes, the speed limits can get up to like 55. You just can't help it. Going through some of the, rural parts of Rhode Island into eastern Connecticut, those speed limits can get a little bit up there. So unfortunately, if you have only like a 50cc, you might not be able to keep up with the group. However, you're welcome to join and just ride your own ride and meet up with us at our meetup points. That's totally cool. But if it's like a group ride, I definitely recommend, having a 150 or higher in order to be able to keep up with the group. Mine is a 150, and I'm able to, keep a good pace, make sure that we're always like within that speed limit, because I don't want to be a hazard to other drivers on the road. I don't want to be something that people are going to get, irritated with or angry with. Though it's like, come on now, like, why is everybody in such a hurry? But I like to be a little bit conscientious of other riders on the road, and I like to keep my group moving at the speed limit as much as possible. So that said, we do have a great group. We have some newer bikes and newer bikes that come along on the ride. But we do also have some folks who have the more vintage Vespas that also come along, and they're a great resource for those who also may be interested in vintage scooters, picking their brains about, various, the history of the bikes and, little quirks that some of the older bikes have. So definitely consider coming around. If you live in this area, consider joining us. I tend to run one event per month, generally from April through October. But there are times that I may be doing other events that I'll throw out to the group, and it won't be like a regular group ride. It'll be like, I'm heading to the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride in Boston in May on this date. If anyone else is interested in doing it, do what you got to do to sign up for the event, and then we can, kind of catch up with each other along the ride there, and then meet up, at the event, or we could just meet up at the event. So I sometimes throw those out for folks who may want to join me on some of my other rides. I'm doing another ride for the International Female Ride Day. That's coming up in May as well. I forget the date of that. Maybe it's the 5th. I don't recall. But that's coming up in May, so I'll be doing a ride for that. So I've thrown that into the group, letting folks know that that's something that we can do. So I mean, there's definitely some rides and events that we get to do together. I'll be doing another ride that I haven't shared in the group yet. Just kind of popped up this morning in my Facebook feed for events, and it'll be a ride to the Vanilla Bean, which is another great place to ride to over in eastern Connecticut. So I'll be doing that one soon as well. I believe that's a Sunday, maybe the first Sunday in May. So that'll be good too. But yeah, so I mean, it's going to be busy. Just really looking to get out there more, ride more, do some more group rides, but also do some more of my solo rides so I can get some video. Like I said, I know it's been a while since I put anything out there, because I've been so busy. But I also want to make sure that what I do put out there is interesting and engaging. So I've been kind of making some notes and thinking about what I might want to do with this channel coming up. And I'll get into that at some point. But I definitely want to try to do some more engaging content with y'all. So, on another note, we did have a winner of the Vespa Hot Wheels car. If you recall, I'll share the picture here, I guess. But yeah, so I had a little giveaway running for anyone who submitted a donation for my ride at the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Anyone who sponsored my ride was entered into this drawing, and besides myself, I had one person who who sponsored, and so that person has won the Hot Wheels Vespa, and so I actually sent that off in the mail the other day, so that should be getting to them soon if it hasn't gotten to them already. So I do still have a few more of them, but I'm going to hold on to those and make those giveaways for my club. But I have been searching for more. I've been looking all over. Basically, anytime I stop in a store that I think might carry them, I scrounge through the Hot Wheels bins and hope to find one. But I haven't found any since I hit that stash of them at that Target a few weeks back. So, but I will continue to look. So congratulations to our winner. I hope you enjoy it. I love mine. I'm going to keep a couple of them for myself. But yeah, so. But I'm going to give you a little chance to just kind of enjoy the ride for a bit while I make the rest of my route to the beef barn. We're going to be heading that way now, but I'm going to let you go for now while I continue my ride. I am going to have to stop at some point and check my directions because, unfortunately, my stupid GPS, I shouldn't say that. I like this GPS a lot. It's great. However, it's not, I need to get it hardwired. That's just really the short way of saying it. It needs to be hardwired to this bike because unfortunately it doesn't hold the charge, and I brought it in yesterday and I had it plugged in. I thought I had it fully charged, but I must not have because I went to turn on this morning and it was saying that the battery was low. So I don't think I charged it all the way, and then I think I may not have shut it off all the way in the end. So unfortunately, unfortunately it's not charged. So now I have to charge it. Hopefully it's charging. It says it is charging. I plugged it in because I'm gonna need that for at least the first part of the ride from the beef barn and to get out onto 102. I will need that. So hopefully it'll charge up during like this portion of the ride to the beef barn, but I'm probably gonna have to stop at some point and just double check my directions so that way I don't get lost. So yeah, I guess that's it for now. But I'm coming back. I'm just gonna let you enjoy some of the ride, and then I will catch back up with you once I am at the beef barn and getting ready to head out for our ride. So see you in a bit. Okay. So it looks like we've got 3 riders today. We've got 3 riders with us. There were a couple other ones who said they were going to join us, but they might meet us at the next spot. So we will see if they can meet up with us there. If not, we will enjoy ourselves with the 3 that we've got. I think it's going to be a nice little ride. So it was nice to see everyone who showed up today. It's a beautiful day again. It's warming up a little bit. So we've got probably, it says we're going to get there in 4 minutes. I don't really believe that, I don't think. There's no way, actually. I think maybe it's plotting my, I think I set, with my GPS, I think I set like different like points. So I think that's probably telling me I'm going to get to my next like point. That's going to be coming up. So in like less than 4 minutes, because there's no way we're going to get to our, oh no, it's saying 11:28. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. That's an hour. Okay, that makes way more sense. But I don't know that it's really going to, it's going to take an hour to do the whole route. Yeah, it's probably going to take us about 30 minutes to get to our first location where we're going to stop, and get something for snacking or so we're gonna stop at the Groundwater Cafe first. If someone wants to get coffee, I'm probably gonna grab a coffee, maybe a little treat. But if anyone wants to get lunch, they can. Whatever they choose to do, it'll be nice to just kind of like sit and chit chat for a bit. And enjoy the ride. Oh yeah, I see. Looks like we lost a rider, I think. Oh no, he's there. Okay, just making sure everybody's here. Okay, that's the one thing, I love group rides, but I feel like I ride a little differently when I'm with groups, because I want to make sure that everybody is here and accounted for and safe. So it's a good thing. You ride a little bit differently. Like I would definitely ride much faster if I was by myself. Than I would if I'm on a group ride. Because I just want to make sure that everybody is A-okay and safe. So I plotted this route on the Garmin iPad app. I really need to get myself better acquainted with plotting routes using the Garmin, using the apps and the online resources, the computer app as well. I really need to do that before the Canada trip, because I don't want to run into any issues along the way with the GPS, because I don't have a phone mount. I mean, I could put the phone in my pocket and just listen for directions, but And I like to also be able to like look once in a while and be able to see things and like make sure that things are running, running properly. So sometimes there's, with the Garmin, I love it. It does a lot, but sometimes being able to do a lot can make it a little bit more complex and more difficult to use. So it takes a little bit of extra work on my part to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do, Especially before I go to Canada, but also especially before if I end up doing the Cannonball next year, I definitely want to be sure that I'm well acquainted with my GPS and everything that it's able to do. Well, pretty daffodils. I love that spring is here. It just makes me so happy to know that like nicer weather's coming, better riding weather's coming, and I'm just like looking forward to that, because there's so much that I want to be able to do, and having good weather is definitely a bonus in that aspect of it. Put them in this little fence for the horsies. Okay. So, again, I plotted this route in the Garmin app, and I wanted especially to create something that would take us to some more like windy, I wanted something that could take us to more of the windy roads. Just want to make sure everybody follows. Excellent. Okay, so I like being able to like plot the route so that it's like we're crossing some busy roads, but they're not as enjoyable to ride, mainly because people get a little antsy on those roads, and sometimes can get a little frustrated if they feel like you're going slower than they want you to. So I try to see if I can plot routes that will keep us on more of these like nice, more scenic back routes. So that's kind of my goal with this. So I think I'm going to let you enjoy the ride for a bit, and then I'll pick back up with you when we leave, after we leave the next destination. I'll check in right when we get there, and then come back in to chat some more after we leave. So I'll check back in twice. All right, so enjoy this part of the ride for now, and I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. All right, so we just stopped at the cafe and had a nice little snack and some coffee and a fun chat. We had one of our other riders show up on his vintage Fuji, which is really cool. So we're just gonna, continue on with our ride and enjoy the scenery, enjoy the company, and we're gonna end up at Night Farm in, I think you'd call it maybe North Situate, I believe. I can't quite remember exactly what town it's in, but that's where we're gonna end the ride. But it's just been nice getting together with folks and being able to enjoy this absolutely gorgeous weather. It's just been fantastic. We have riders of multiple age ranges, different bikes, some new stuff, some vintage stuff. So it's good to kind of bounce ideas. Some of us have done improvements or added new things to our bikes or our gear based on stuff that we've seen on each other's bikes or have seen each other wearing or on our gear. So it's nice to be able to have that community to kind of bounce things off of and see what folks are doing and what they're liking. And it's really fun. So if you're, like I said, if you're in the area, if you're in the Rhode Island area looking for folks to go ride with, feel free to join us. So I think I'll let you enjoy this ride for a little bit. I don't really have much else to add to this. I want to thank you for coming along. I'm going to let a little bit more of the ride kind of play out at the end of the video so you can see some more of the scenery, but I hope you enjoyed coming along on our first official ride out with the Rhode Island Vespa Club. And we'll be doing more of this, and I'll be doing some other rides too, so I hope you join me. Don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, the notification button. We definitely would love to have you along on more of these. And I'll give you one last shot. There's my friends back there, if you can see them. And have a beautiful weekend. And we'll see you soon. Take care. Enjoy.